Hi, Fraser Laurie. You're number one today. I want to sing y'all this song. Wait a minute. The song is about the bayang. That bayang. Oh, oh, oh. She out here living her life on bayang. Girl living crazy. Oh, 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 oh. Hold on a minute. Timothy Play! Timothy Play! I was a star! I was a star! You want to be a star? Ah, the bayang! Good morning, people. Lord, we talking about a different kind of bayang on today. This Heidi fly monster got her flat ass up here running her mouth until she done fell asleep online. The video runs for 8 hours. How long are you on there, Heidi, before you pass out, girl? You've been up running your mouth so goddamn long, you done passed out live online. Why? It's because you're a drug addict, girl. You're on pills, you're on booze, and you're on that goddamn bang. That bang. Oh, oh, oh. That motherfucking bayang. Girl, you high as a kite, Miss Heidi Fly Monster. You're always on here trying to call somebody a drug addict, girl. But you are a drug addict right now. Right now, Miss Thing. It ain't nothing in the past, girl. Right? Junkhead walking in the twilight. You're a long, long way from home. You left home 30 years ago. Y'all keep telling her, kick it, quit it. But did you ever try to turn her sick soul inside out so that the world? Howdy, Fly? You had your ass over there trying to read me yesterday, girl. I was so busy that I couldn't carve out time to come and knock your ass upside the head again, girl. Because we know that if we whoop on you enough, you'll disappear again, girl. Because you're a scary little thing and you got nothing to read. You make up stories. I have given you the benefit of writing my memoir called, let's take a shameless plug, The Meth Monster. You were so proud when you were in Atlanta with the J. Wilson monster. You kept saying, I got the book. I got the book. I got the book. So now you think you have something to read me about. Let me tell you something, ho. If it was something to read me about, bitch, I wouldn't have wrote it down, girl. I wouldn't have spent a goddamn year publishing it, Miss Thing, if I was so ashamed of it, because I'm not a shameful person. I'm not ashamed of a goddamn thing I do, Miss Thing. But you are. You're ashamed of being a hooker. You're ashamed you talk all around the actual facts. The facts were you became a hooker at a very young age, girl. Whatever the age was, it was certainly less than 19 years old. Correct? You've been selling your ass ever since. You keep trying to put in here on today. There's one you fell asleep on. You keep saying how, oh, they don't know about the players. They don't know about the gangsters. You always want to call them gangsters. You don't never want to call them pimps, because to be a pimp implies that you would be a hoe. Correct, Miss Heidi Fly Monster? You would be jumping into cars with goddamn pickup trucks with goddamn truck drivers and shit, Miss Thing. They'll drive you around behind Safeway, Miss Thing, and you suck their dicks. And what the sad part about you sucking their dicks, girl, then you come back and you would drive back in front of the Safeway and hand your money over you just made to Leon. And you want to try to brag about something, girl, you better off to leave it alone, Miss Thing. You are a current right now drug addict. You have spent your life around nothing but drug addicts. You have opened your mouth and expressed to us that you were raised in a crack house, girl. You had the audacity to try to read my mother because of something you read in my book, one sentence you read in my book somewhere that she had married an abusive man. It's not an unusual story, girl. It is certainly not an unusual story for a working hoe and her crack addicted mama. There's a whole lot of people getting up in that ass, girl. Believe me. I know. I'm from the life, Miss Thing. I know how a crackheads get treated in this thing. Correct? You're not treated. They don't treat you like a lady so affectionately. No, they treat you like a hoe. Correct? And that's what you're used to. You used to your mama being treated like that. You said my mama's husband slapped her around. What? How would your mama's boyfriends? How would they treat her? She is a working prostitute and a crack monster, right? There was a whole lot of slapping going on around that goddamn house, correct? Until the CPS came and hauled your ass out of there. Why would they haul you out of your mama's house? Because your mama was a dysfunctional crackhead, correct? And that's all you've ever known, Miss Thing. So how would you escape without being the drug addict? You over here running your mouth, making up stories, silly ass shit, girl. Miss Thing, like a true crackhead. You can't focus enough to pull out a real story. Even though when I've given you a roadmap, Miss Thing, it's right there. Everything that happened is right there, Miss Thing, right? But we can't even resist trying to turn that into something nasty, right? But I'll tell you something about my mama. My mama got up and went to work every day. Every motherfucking day. And it wasn't on no goddamn pole, and it wasn't on no street corner where niggas were knocking her around and taking her money. So one would have to ask, most decent women would say, well, why would I do something like that? And then go and give the money to somebody else. What kind of life is that, Miss Heidi Fly? You trying to make it like it's glamorous. Oh, I knew the players. You didn't know the players. You don't know the life that I live. You don't know the life. Heidi Fly Monster. Your whole lifestyle, your whole background, everything about you is a read. Let it go, girl. Leave people's families out of your mouth, Miss Thing, considering the kind of family that you came from. I can't imagine being a young girl. Being a young girl and your mama is a goddamn crackhead. In other words, when the kids go home, they see your mama on the street corner, girl. They have to pass her. The parents of the decent children, they have to cover their kids' eyes so they won't see your mama. How would that not pass around in school, girl? Where everybody would know your tea. So you left school early on this thing. You left school. And where did you go? Where did you go, Miss Heidi Fly Monster? You were the only one in the house capable of bringing in money. So as a teenager, whatever the age was, as a teenager, your mama said, baby, just do it for me one time. Correct? And you came back and you gave your mama the money. That man, he just want to touch my little titty. He want to touch my, here, mama, look what I did, mama. Yeah, baby, I just need you to do it one more time. Because a crackhead, girl, I'll tell you something about crack. Crack is the kind of drug you got to do it every 15 minutes. You can't be no crack monster if you can't do that. You got to do something every 15 goddamn minutes. So as soon as she got through with that hit, she sent your ass right back out there, girl. Correct? And you were so used to being treated that way, as if your body had some value, that when she brought a pimp into the house with her young daughter, honey, how else would you meet a man who was in his late 50s and you 16, 17 years old? How else would you meet him? No, your mama brought him in the house, girl. And God only knows what he did to her in the house around you. Correct? But when that pimp left that house, he left with a brand new hooker. Come on, man. Stop trying to dress it up, Miss Heidi Fly Monster. What you need to do is you need to write your book, because that will be a fascinating story. And it will be in with the horror stories, because that is a horror story, girl. If you could only tell the truth. When did you start lying? How old were you when you started lying about every goddamn thing, girl? If you could only tell the truth. Miss Thing, you might have a bestseller. They said, my God, how did she survive? How were you able to survive that, Miss Heidi Fly Monster? When did you climb up on that pole? Girl, I bet you when your mama When your mama found out you could dance, girl, she rushed your ass right down to that stripper club, girl, and she sold you or made an arrangement with the owner, girl, to put your ass up on that pole, even though you were underage. Tell the truth. Your truth is much more fascinating than your bullshit. Your truth is so much more fascinating than you trying to convince us that you have long blonde hair and you are driving these fabulous. So now you're saying that you have gotten rid of the Hummer because it would no longer run. So now you're supposed to be bragging about a Mercedes Benz, and you're circulating a picture of some damn house shoes, and you're showing the label of the Mercedes Benz. What kind of 50-year-old bitch, girl, are you, Miss Thing? People have cars. I mean, people have cars. But you so busy trying to impress somebody that you got a Mercedes Benz, girl, that you only showed the floorboard where it says Mercedes Benz. Show us the whole vehicle, and then we can determine how old is that a Mercedes Benz, girl, right? Why are you still trying to impress and be fly, Miss Heidi Fly Monster? Right? And why you come on here and still trying to read me? You do not have the capability to read me, Miss Thing. You don't, girl. Yes, I lived some life myself, girl, but I don't know why you keep saying, oh, you throw your life. You got this shit from Jay Wilson. Oh, you throw your life away. Oh, you had the dreams. You had the big dream. Nigga, I ain't had no dream of shit. I had dreams of getting high, dancing, and partying, and oh, girl, and I did just what I wanted to do, like I've always done, girl. As a grown ass motherfucking man, bitch, I did whatever the fuck I wanted to do, girl. But you weren't doing what you wanted to do. You were doing what your pimp told you to do. Isn't that how it works, Miss Heidi Fly Monster? While you trying to act like I was fly. Oh, I was fly. I was a star. I was a star. Miss Thing, you were an abused woman. You were taken advantage of because you were exposed to a pimp at an early age by your mama. That was your mama's crowd. Crackheads don't know nobody else but other people in the life, right? Because it's all about getting high. Who are you talking to, Miss Thing? Do you think with my history, Miss Polyfy Monster, I cannot identify a crackhead when I see one? A crackhead, you are a pill popper, a crackhead, and a drunk. Your husband is a drunk. Every time we see that fool online, girl, he's always high or drunk. You are always drunk. You're doing 10-hour videos and 8-hour videos and all that. Then you fall asleep on the goddamn video and the thing just goes on, girl, right? Because you're high on drugs, and drugs will tell you when they're finished. All you got to do is walk around your neighborhood, girl, and you see people laying on the street. Say, why would he lay on the street like that? Isn't that hard, that concrete hard? No, because the drugs, when the drugs are finished with your ass, they just lay you out. It don't make no difference where the fuck you are. I knew people who were riding bicycles, niggas, and fell asleep while they're riding a bicycle, crash into a goddamn wall. Why? Because they fell asleep. Why? Because the drug was done. Miss Heidi Flamon, and that's what happened last night, girl. And then you're gonna bring your stinking ass on here, even after I exposed that you are ripping these people off. You are lying and said you have produced something because you know ain't nobody gonna watch it, so you can just get credit for I produced a show. I had a show. I got a show. I got a show. Never even thinking further ahead enough to realize that as soon as they go to Patreon, they're gonna see that there is no show there. There's no show there. There's just you getting some old phone calls you made, girl. Right? And so your next big episode, in your next big episode, oh, you're gonna hear Jay Wilson talking about people. Oh, you're gonna hear Jay Wilson. Well, isn't that what he does every day, girl? Isn't he always got his nose up in somebody else's business? Are you going to just record the parts that you had private conversation with Jay Wilson, girl? We don't want to hear that boring ass nigga. He ain't got nothing new to say, child. Right? And that's your episodes. Why do you call them episodes? Why must you lie? Right? It just baffles me. I remember from the streets, girl. I used to say, okay, here's the package. The people go out there. No, I don't get no qualms about selling drugs because I was a drug addict. That's what we do. Here's the package. The motherfuckers go out there, girl. They keep the package for themselves, girl, and go out and sell you erasers. I said, why would you do that? Nobody's going to come back to you and buy anything. It's the return business. Why would you do that? Because they can't help themselves. They've been scammers and liars and cheaters all their life. And that's all you know, Miss Heidi Fly. That's why you got no problem sitting up here trying to pretend that you done made some goddamn reality show. How y'all doing? Well, why am I coming back at it? Well, girl, I realized that the thing set up and made a whole nother video with me in the title on yesterday, right? She keep thinking that she is fooling the dog. I keep telling these airhead stupid asses, girl. Every time you think you're playing me and having me make videos about you so you can respond and get some views, girl, every time you do that, I also get views. As a matter of fact, I get 5 and 6 and 7 times the views that you get. So every time you're trying to play the doll, the doll is playing you, bitch. You want to keep on, we just go deeper and deeper into that asshole because it's not that hard to imagine what went on in that hellhole, Heidi Fly Monster. Correct? You should never, don't tell people about your mama. Are you mad at your mama? I can assure you that a whole lot more went on in your house than went on in our house. In our house, we watched TV. In the morning came, we went to school. My mama went to work. Then when she got out at 3:30, she came home from work. We came home from school. We watched some TV. My sisters did the homework because I wasn't fucking with it, right? But that's kind of all that went on in our house, girl. Correct? What went on in your house? You coming home to a working crackhead and a prostitute. And God only knows who's in the house. Because as I told you before, most crackheads are homeless. Most crackheads are homeless. So when they hook up with a woman who has got a home, if she's got children, then she more than likely has a place to stay because the city or the state or the Fed will give her a place to stay because she has children. So they'll congregate. They'll congregate because they got nowhere else to go, girl. This is the environment in which you were raised. So all this time you thinking you a fly, oh, I know nothing but the gangsters. And she was only talking that shit today, girl. First she fell asleep. Hold on a minute. Which one is this?
My man pays and puts me up. He takes care of his wife, honey. Y'all would not understand that because y'all don't fuck the type of men that.
Miss Thing, you are a hooker. Of course, a man has to take care of you, girl. Or how would you support yourself, Miss Thing? When your time on the street ran out, you went and got Josh, right? Because he's dumb enough, he'll go to work and support a hooker. Correct? But everything, all you talk about is sex. And all of your sex always seems to revolve around somebody getting paid. Oh, she getting paid. Oh, you paid this one. And that one's got paid. I'm getting paid. I'm a fly girl. Oh, my man buy me this. My man, he buy me that. It is the life of a prostitute. That's the way you see life. You're not in love with Josh. Josh is a meal ticket, right? From what I can hear from way he talks, he's a little slow. Your husband, your trick. Correct? But that I don't want to stay on that too much because we all do things for our means. Heidi Fly, do you remember being in the hotel room with Wiley in Atlanta? Why were you crying? Why were you saying, I don't know why he loved me. I don't know why Josh loved me. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. Because you knew you were a hooker working a trick. You were taking advantage of this crazy ass man, right? Correct, Miss Heidi Fly? Then do you make him go down there and get him old used Mercedes? Hold on a minute. I'm getting off track.
That would pay and put y'all up. Don't nobody want to put y'all up and take care of y'all nasty booty draws asses, shit in the booty ass niggas. Lies. I didn't throw nobody under the bus. I didn't try to get nobody interested. You did. You did. You came out here, and what you meant for bad, God turned it into good.
Why you always saying God's name?
That's what happened to you, Timmy. You mad? You mad? If God is within her, she cannot fail. See, Timmy, that's what you got to understand. God is within me. I will not fail. God is my father. I won't fail.
God is not putting his children on no goddamn pole to spread their pussy and let homeless people throw $1 bills in it. Right? Where are you getting all this God stuff from, girl? You don't even make an attempt to be a holy woman. Right? We know anybody a holy child, but people do try. People do try to raise their children right. You have this filthy, disgusting mouth, and you have a young child in the next room. What is he taking in? A child's mind is like a sponge, right? That's why we go to school. Because if you hear the things that I learned as a child, even the music that I learned as a child, I still remember the words. Why? Because my brain was like a sponge and it was absorbing things at that time. What is your child absorbing? His daddy's falling down drunk. You are falling down miserable bitch. This is online hollering about shitty assholes and pussy drippings and all this shit, girl. And that's what he's taking in. So when he's out of your sight, how do you think he talks? How do you think he talks? What else would he know? Miss Heidi Fly Monster? Just disgusting, girl. Hold on. Now, this is, let me see if I can get anything out of this.
So,
okay, girl.
Coming out here crying, talking about Mayday, Mayday. I know you got ran off, ho. I know you did, though. Mayday, they after me. You don't even support the beef sector. You are a money grab. All you do is come to the beef sector when you want to pay your rent, when you want to get some extra dope. Okay? You don't support the food challenges. You don't support nobody. You gave D. Ramsey $25 because you heard me talk about it on Jay Wilson's platform.
Girl, you follow me like that?
You are the weakest bitch on YouTube. You do not support anybody. You run around different sectors trying to find people to drink.
Miss Heidi Fly Monster, since you've been a hoe your whole life, you keep thinking that men are supposed to give you money. That's what you call support, girl. How you gonna bring your flat ass over here talking about who is in the beef sector, who's out of the beef sector? This is your beef sector. Oh, you don't support nobody. Oh, you didn't remember my birthday. Girl, we don't remember hookers' birthdays, girl. Anyway, what was I just saying? She gonna bring her stinking ass on top. Oh, you said Mayday. Mister, I got news for your bunk ass, right? I'm a smart person. When I said Mayday, it's because some nigga threatened to, I forget what he was going to call some goddamn body, whatever it was. I was serious, girl. I feel the exact same way right now. If you come after me in that way, Miss Thing, I'm going to try to annihilate your ass, right? And I want anybody who has a few minutes of their time, girl, to come and flag your punk ass, girl. I ain't ashamed of that, Miss Thing. Oh, you said Mayday. Oh, you said Mayday. Don't worry about what I say. Stop trying to follow behind what Timothy Blaine say, right? Because actually, you respect Timothy Blaine. You bought Timothy Blaine's book and you memorized it cover to cover. And I think that you read it again so you could come on here thinking you could read me, girl. But if I have anything to be read, if there's anything in the world that I'm ashamed of, bitch, I'm not putting it in a book for the world and my family to see. Dumbass. How y'all doing today? Heidi needs to go and hide. That's the truth. She pitiful. She pitiful and she's a scammer and a swindler, honey. She don't mind coming over and taking y'all $6. I'm going to go over and get my goddamn $6. Cancel that bullshit too because there's no show there. And they're not even current phone calls, girl. She all these people she talking to on the phone, she been recording their phone calls apparently, girl. And that's what she gonna make. That's my show. That's my reality show. She calls it Baddies of the Beef Sector. Baddies of the beef sector. Not one person on the phone is even from the beef sector, right? There is no reality show. There are no people on there. She has brought nobody into town, correct? And what's the baddies part? Baddies franchise, they come and they beat each other in the face with hammers and shit, right? But that's what baddies is. That's what the whole franchise is. So why are you deceiving saying that this is a baddies show if you're just talking to somebody on the phone in the past? What do they got to do with baddies? And what does it got to do with the beef sector? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What are you good for? Absolutely nothing. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. And then you're going to try to talk about Sean Bradley's show, and act like you in competition with it, girl. And then you have won. What have you won? You ain't put together no damn show. Girl, you ain't sponsored nobody. You ain't did shit. And I told you, yes, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, girl. This damn trailer you putting out there, girl, like you at the studio and they got the big green screen and they got all these people with blonde wigs on and jail outfits, they all got all that. That is not your goddamn reality show. It got nothing to do with you, girl. You are simply a extra on some music video. That's what that is, girl. Right? Am I telling the truth or am I lying, Miss Heidi Fly Monster? So I'm gonna skip away now because I don't think you're saying anything in this thing. I don't think anything even worth recording. Let me see. I'm gonna try one more time.
Because they getting money and you not. And then you come on your platform. Hey y'all, it's my birthday. Can I get something? Oh, my Cash App crashed because y'all gave me so much money. But then the next motherfucker, oh, they asking for money. They asking for money. Oh, they asking for money. You so jealous.
Nigga, a birthday does not occur every day. There's a big difference between people. Y'all do that. People do that. People give you a little change for your birthday. No, you ain't got no money. You're all broke, right? They give you a little change on your birthday, right? But when you are online begging for money on every day, I mean 5 and 6, you are on 6 and 7 days a week begging for money. That is a totally different thing, girl. Correct? So why are you trying to converge the two, Miss Thing? I'm not no goddamn beggar. I'm not a beggar. I'm sorry that offends you and hurts your feelings, girl. Everything about me seems to hurt your feelings, but you were upset because I got birthday. Somebody gave me money for my birthday. Ooh, y'all gave me so much money. Then she hollered, nobody remember my birthday. Nobody 3 years in a row. You weren't just saying that to Jay Wilson. You were saying that to everybody, Miss Thing. But you ain't got nobody, girl. On that video you made and fell asleep on yesterday, girl, you had 11 people. Girl, why did you even get up? Why buy a computer at all, Miss Thing? You are drawing 11 people and you are amazed that nobody give you nothing for your birthday, girl. Where are all these thousands supposed to come from, Miss Thing? And you got 11 people watching you. If 11 people are watching you, maybe you have one girl who's actually interactive. You got that boy Rodney over there, girl. Every comment in the damn comment sector, girl, it's all from him. You have maybe 3 or 4 people through the whole course of your 11, 10, 12-hour videos, girl. Nobody shows up for you, Miss Thing. And the only reason they show up for you now is because I'm talking about you. But if I weren't talking about you, no one would even be aware that you were talking. 11 people? Come on, Miss Thing. Even your high numbers, girl, are 30 people. Oh, I got so many people. Oh, you don't know my followers. You don't know my followers. What you call them? The airline babes or some shit? Wait up. Hold on.
You're not going to get rich off YouTube, Timmy. I don't know why you think that if you sit in that couch long enough and if you come at enough successful people who are living in their dreams, living their truth.
Successful.
I am actively living out my dreams.
What's your dream?
You mad, bitch. You still not going to get no further. You think that you can go pick on all these motherfuckers, everybody that you talk about. Everybody you talk about. It's people that's doing better than you.
Okay.
Everybody. It's people that are doing better.
Everybody who is a YouTuber, all YouTube is talking about people, correct? From the high end to the low end, they're all talking about somebody. And generally speaking, if they are talking about celebrities, these celebrities are certainly making more money than them. The people who created baddies are certainly living a whole lot better than you, girl. Correct? You're dependent on Josh's paycheck. He don't seem all that bright, so I don't know what he does for a living. Probably works in the coal mines or some kind of shit, girl. That is your success. You have no personal success. right? You keep announcing all these goddamn businesses that you got. One minute you selling earrings, then you selling wigs, then you mad at somebody. You mad at the other girl because she's selling eyelashes. Like you are the creator or the inventor of eyelashes, girl. Although the thing is, why wouldn't the person sell eyelashes? Because you ain't selling none, girl. Somebody needs to get them coins. You ain't sell shit. You can't make none of them goddamn clownish ass makeup you make, girl. Nobody wants it because you make it look so stupid. Who can go to work looking like that, girl? Pink all over the goddamn eyelash. They got orange down here, girl. They got diamonds glued into your eyeballs and all this kind of crazy ass shit, bitch. And you got gray big old glasses to cover half of your face. And gray big old blonde wig, girl. Who in the fuck can go out in public like that? Nobody that I know of goes out into the world looking like that, girl. You're still on that pole. Get off the pole, Heidi Fly Monster. She made me a Nora Desmond girl on Sunset Boulevard, honey. Remember Nora Desmond? Nora Desmond in Sunset Boulevard. It's an old movie from the 50s. She was a has-been movie star, but Heidi was never a star of shit. But she was on that pole. And on the pole, the men's is hollering, catcalling you. You feel like a star, right? But her pole days is over with, and she cannot let it go, girl. Covering your face up with gray big old goggles and other designs you've stolen from other people, girl, and put your name on them and thing. That is not going to make that body young again, Miss Heidi Flat Monster. I'm sorry, it's not, girl. You need to let that whole lifestyle go. Oh, I don't want to brag about the lifestyle. It was never the lifestyle for you. You say you were with all these pimps and players, and they were the star. Oh, they was the big ballers. They were the big ballers, and you were their hoe. You were shit under their boot, girl. They slapped the piss out of you in front of other grown men, girl, because nobody had any respect for you, girl. You were considered the lowest of the low. There was damage done there somewhere, girl, right? Where you felt like you were supposed to take this abuse, girl, and then give all your money to some nigga in a purple Cadillac. It takes a lot, girl. It takes damage to your psyche in order to do that. Why did you take the money and go buy and get yourself an apartment at least, girl? Right, Miss Heidi Fly Monster? And that's what you're bragging about, girl? And that's what you think these working women raising their children, right? Or supporting their husband. You think they're supposed to desire that? That was the players. You ain't with the players and all this old bullshit, girl. You were abused. You were an abused woman, honey. You were like a commodity. I mean, did they even get? I remember on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. On Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, the drug addict, that would be me, and the hoes all be out on Sunset at night. And Sunset Boulevard changed in the evening, right? And then they had a Burger King there open all night. And I remember this incident specifically. The pimp come in, he got 3 hoes with him, right? He go and order himself, I think it was a number 1 with the Big Mac with cheese and the fries and the large Coke. He said he wanted the large Coke, super large. You know, they always trying to show their diamond ring when they're ordering their large Coke, right? And each one of the hookers, he had them sharing a $1 hamburger. It was part of the humiliation, bitch. So we know how hoes are treated, girl. And you had your ass out there in it, girl. You had an old ass man. That man was old. He's my age. And you had your 19-year-old ass out there, girl, giving that man all your money. And you thought you was a fly girl. Look at Daddy Cadillac. Look at Daddy Cadillac. Daddy looking good. You don't know the players. Look at that ring on Daddy's hand. Yeah. Shut up, bitch. Oh, okay, Daddy. Oh, okay, Daddy. That is it, honey. Seeing that thing up close, if you watch videos about prostitution and stuff like that. And please, people, you got to pass. Don't take this personally. I'm talking about this hooker. It almost makes you want to cry. You watch these documentaries on prostitution and you see these clowns running around here, girl, with leopard skin hats. Not the hoe get the cheapest shit from the dollar store. The pimp got all these goddamn diamond rings and all this. He got the gators. She even mentioned the gators today. Oh, he ain't got the gators. He ain't got the gators with the players. It almost makes you want to cry because you think That's somebody's daughter. You got somebody out here with no panties on, micro mini skirts where the ass is half out, leaning into cars with them same boots that you wear, leaning into cars, girl, and they get nothing for it. And many times they end up dead, right? Because they're just property. What do you got to brag about, girl? You worrying about me being a meth monster, nigga. At least when I was doing meth, nigga, I was doing it for myself. I wasn't doing it for some nigga in a purple Cadillac. She bragging about him today. Let's skip ahead. We're going to forget about this video she made about me. Although I am in the title, she talks about me for 1 hour and 13 minutes. Let's see what she said today. Come on, hooker. Mm-hmm. She talking about how somebody support her ass. They ain't supposed to support you. You're supposed to support them. That's what you learned your whole life, right? I am offline. Lord have mercy. Okay, my fucked up phone is doing me again, girl. Let me turn my Wi-Fi on, and maybe it'll come on. Whatever. Damn. I gotta buy another phone. I'm so sick of these people. Every time I try to do right, they get me. Let me shut up. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Oh, she thought she got away yesterday because she was able to go read me yesterday, and I didn't come back at her ass. Girl, I can do this shit all day. I ain't got no job in this thing. And it is a pleasure to come and read your punk ass because of what kind of person you are, Miss Heidi. Right? And you are back on the scene. I saw you must have tried to read about 5 or 6 people in these videos you've been making for the last 3 or 4 days, correct? You're trying to come at everybody. You're trying to come back to the beef steak. You're gonna try it. Let's do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Let's do it in the morning. Hey. Feeling your sweet face all laid up next to mine. Heidi Fly. Let me sing you a song, girl. From the car wash. I'm going down 'cause you ain't around. Baby, my whole world's upside down. Time on your hand. You remember the hooker who was in there taking a whole bath? There's some things you can claim, Miss Heidi. That's where the word whole bath comes. It implies when you just wash the stinky areas, girl, and you get back on that track, right? Because the pimp has already told you, girl, you bitch, 20 minutes per trick. 20 minutes. I don't give a goddamn if you in the desert. You will crawl your ass back and get back on this corner and get my money. Correct? And so the hooker, she was in there, she was trying to clean herself up or whatever, because she had to go back. She in love with the pimp, right? This is the lifestyle you live, Miss Heidi Fly. You spend a lot of time in gas stations, girl, nasty. Y'all seen what these gas stations look like in these gas stations, you know. Sometimes that the hooker will go and give the attendant a little head so he can come and use the restroom all the time, right? Sometimes they want to use the same hotel. You know those hotels you rent for an hour? You rent the hotel room for an hour because you're just turning tricks in them, right? Well, you got to give the workers a little something on the side, right? Right? You give them a few dollars, or you go back there behind the counter and give them a little head here and there. You know, everything. Your mouth was the commodity, correct? And your pimp, who you in love with, is sending you. I guess if he want to go get his hairstyle done, nigga, you go in there and give the barber some head so daddy can get his hair cut. Correct? Do he pick when he buying his diamond ring so he can have a ring on every finger? When he buying his diamonds, are you outside of the store, girl, waiting in front of the place, waiting in front of the jewelry store? He can keep an eye on your ass. That ain't nothing to be proud of, bitch. No protection from the mother. My God. She always talking about, why would you talk about drug addicts, girl? That's all you know is drug addicts. Everybody in that house was a drug addict, girl. Ain't nobody else gonna come around that damn hellhole but other drug addicts. Correct? If they get high, they want to slap the shit out your mama. That's just part of it, girl. Right? So I guess you think that being with this boy Josh, who is slow, being with Josh is a step up, right? Because at least he won't beat the shit out of you. So you worried about what happened with my mama? Let me see. Early one Sunday morning, breakfast was on the table. Honey mama was always on point, always there, girl. I never had to come home and nobody tell me that mama's in jail. We got to get some money to get mama out of jail. And then you, even though you're tired, girl, you're wore out from last night, you got to crawl your stinking flat ass back out there again, because now mama needs, she not only does she need crack when she's out, but now she needs somebody to get her out of jail. Correct? That was a lifestyle, girl. You the one that said it. Was your mama on crack when she had you? When did the crack start? Did she give birth to you and then become a crackhead? Or was she a crackhead when she had your ass? Is that why you so slow? So crazy, girl? Do you resent your mama? You can rent anything in Atlanta, even a Rolls Royce. The Benz is rented. It's Atlanta. Oh, okay. Oh, they be showboating in Atlanta? Lord have mercy, child. You can buy the hell, they say you can buy you a Tesla. You can buy you a Tesla right now, girl, because don't nobody want them no more. I'll get you a used one at a discounted price. Old Mercedes, they don't cost that much, child. You can go in the paper and get some old car. Why won't she show the whole car? Obviously, there's something there to be ashamed of. She showed the old Hummer, right? Always trying to floss, show somebody else's tags. She said the name alone today. She said the name alone should have told you Heidi fly. Sounds like Heidi flies to me, nigga. Hold on a minute. This thing is cooperating again. Okay, so she got one, okay, upcoming. Who is CJ Cool? She coming after him all up in his business. Okay. Then there's the one about me. Where's the one from last night? That's what I want to see. She had one. Oh, that was CJ Cool.
In an LSC, you wasn't a trader, you wasn't nothing. All you bitches.
Stop calling people bitches, nigga. Okay, let me see when she fell asleep. She's on there for 8 hours, 40 minutes, and 39 seconds. She stops talking.
Have a goal for yourself. And
girl, she's on there for 5 hours. Dead, passed out.
It really just ain't no female empowerment. It really ain't. The bitches hate each other. The bitches is taking each other down. They setting each other up for little to nothing. For little nothing. I'm flabbergasted. I'm just like, man, this shit is wild.
Spell flabbergasted.
It really is.
Shut up, ho. You ever talking about how you for the black woman? You always talking about you are so much for the black woman. You ain't your husband ain't no black man, and your children are biracial, correct? So obviously you're not that involved with the players and the gangsters and the players and all that shit, child. You spreading it wide in this thing for somebody who is a total square. He obviously likes hoes. And I know good and goddamn well he got something on the side. Why, if he likes all that, honey, all that, thigh-high boots, mini skirts with the pussy all out and all that stuff. If he likes all that, he pulled you off the pole. If he likes all that, I can absolutely goddamn guarantee he's cheating on you, girl. And eventually he's going to find one who is younger and has a better personality. And he's going to realize, why am I paying this old ass washed up hooker when I can get me somebody young and fresh and pay her? who ain't always got all these harebrained schemes about buying all these boxes of makeup and shit still sitting in the closet. We ain't tag teaming on how you see the way she talked, girl. Somebody just gave me a super chat that I didn't acknowledge. I'm sorry. I think that's the English girl. Thank you, baby. Whoever you are, they don't show it to me again. Okay. I saw you though. I appreciate you. Hi, Ambrosia. I ain't speaking to nobody. Just being me, Tanya B. She gonna keep coming back, girl. She thinks she gonna wear somebody out. How you wearing people out with these made up stories, girl? You keep calling me a drug addict. Nigga, I ain't did no drugs, girl, in over 25 years. 25 years. You did something this morning or last night, or more than likely last night and this morning. Every time we see you, you're high. You ain't got the balls to come on here without being high, girl. That's why you're always full, Miss Thing, and you come on here screaming and hollering. Correct, Miss Heidi? You on that bayang. That bayang. Oh, oh, oh. You out there living your life on bayang. Girl, living crazy. Oh, oh. Well, we know Josh ain't gonna mind because he's a drunk himself, right? But what about the children, honey? You're supposed to be raising children. The young lady, she's out of the house now. She got in without, hopefully, she didn't pick up nothing from your house. She didn't pick up none of your ways, and she is not exposing herself to these lowlifes like you did and your mama did. Correct? You don't even know who your daddy is. Who is that? Right? So hopefully the young girl has went a different way. Many times when they come up in that environment, they'll say, whatever happened, I'm going a different direction. Correct? Since I had that low life nigga in there hit my mother when I was a child, I always declared to myself, I'll never hit anybody. And when I got in a relationship and I fell in love and things got out of control, the first time we had a fight, both times, girl, that was it. I am not going to become what that nigga was, right? So we're going a different direction, honey. So maybe that motherfucker helped me, girl. Because I'm not going to be in a relationship where I'm abusing anybody, period. Correct? So let's hope that the girl has taken that stance. I'm doing something different. I want a regular life. I'm going to secretary of school. And when I pick a man, I'm going to pick a man who's capable of loving me, not an abuser. Right? She keeps making this thing. Oh, you said your mama, that nigga slapped your shit out your mama. They slapped your shit. Like these crackheads in her house, a girl, are being treated with golden gloves. Really? Every man she mentioned, girl, is either a pimp or a drug dealer. Everyone her mama ever dated was either a pimp or a drug dealer. Her mama, they had to be drug dealers, girl. Who else? Her mama was her age now. Out there still trying to turn it. Maybe still out there right now. Why does she keep calling me a drug addict, girl? I ain't got no problem with that. I did meth when I was in my 20s and 30s, girl. I titled my book Meth Monster. Nobody twisted my arm and told me, you must call this book Meth Monster. You must say, girl, that's what it was. I acknowledge what it was, Miss Thing, but it ain't like I was so miserable in it, bitch. If I was so miserable in it, I wouldn't have done it for 17 years, girl. It is what it is, nigga. I'm a grown ass man, bitch. I do what the fuck I want to do, right? But I ain't never been accused of doing what I wanted to do and going handing over the money to somebody else. Mm-hmm. Oh, the drugs is for daddy. Daddy gets the drugs. We don't get the drugs. Okay, some of them want you strung out so they can control you better. But some of them old style pimps, they don't want you strung. They don't want you getting high. They want you to take care of business, right? So I don't know which one she had. Did she get strung out after? But Heidi Fly is definitely on drugs. You don't do 11-hour videos saying the same shit over and over again, talking to 11 people, girl. That's dope fiend shit. That ain't nothing but that motherfucking BAYANG. The daughter moved out, praise God. Bless her. Let's hope she does better, honey. Let's hope she don't follow in her mama and her grandmama's footsteps. And let's hope that this boy is not picking up that stuff that's going to stay with him. Because as I said, a child's mind is a sponge. They absorb things, environments. Correct. Let's hope that he's not picking up this shit. I don't think this boy Leon is a very good. Well, maybe he's a decent father. Maybe that's why he's there. He's just staying there because she trapped him. She trapped him by getting pregnant, right? So let's hope that even though he is stupid, that maybe he's a decent influence there. Because if this is all he's dependent on for a parent, hollering about dripping assholes and pussies and AIDS and all this nasty shit, and that's what he gets for a mama. How can you raise a child if your mama is online for 11 hours? I mean, when do you encounter the kid? He hears every word coming out of your mouth. He thinks this is what a woman is. It's a bad example. It's a horrible, horrible example considering what he had to go through with his grandmama. You can't drop that child off at grandmama's house. No telling what he'll be exposed to. And then you the mama, you ain't much worse. You ain't much better, girl. Not 11 people, but thought she was a brand. She said she's a brand. She's a businesswoman. How many lip kits you sell, Miss Heidi? Girl. Miss Heidi, even somebody watching this video right here, right? You know, Google, they put in commercials and all that stuff. Well, so we're exposed now to a couple thousand people. Maybe it's 1,000 people in here, or will be in here. 1,000 people. How many people are actually going to buy the product that they're selling in the commercial? So if you have 11 people, how many sales are you going to pull from 11 people, Miss Heidi, to call yourself a brand, right? Only thing you're good at, Miss Heidi, is making trailers. Now, we don't know if you actually make the trailers or you have some nigga that you give him a little, give him a little head and he makes the trailer for you. But that's all you've ever been able to accomplish, girl. It's all been pretending like you are something that you are not. Correct? Invest this time into your what's next, Miss Heidi Fly Monster. Right? It's only obvious that you're not going to produce any shows. To pull a stunt like you're trying to pull now, girl, where you're talking on the phone, showing old phone calls, girl, and acting like that was an episode. Just the mentality tells us that you're never going to produce anything, girl. To make trailers like presenting like you have an actual reality show just to get people $6, girl. That tells us you're never going to actually do anything, girl. You're not. Yes, you were jealous of that Sean Bradley, right? That's why you wouldn't quit his show and all that, and went over there demanding $30,000. How are you going to demand $30,000? You didn't even have lines in the goddamn show, girl, and you only stayed for one day, couple of hours, and it's only down the street, right? All you had to do is get in your car, come over there, come to the house. You thought you go get a $30,000 payday for that, girl, and even when you found out that nobody else was getting paid, that didn't matter to you. You still feel like you were entitled to that, to the point where you actually took the woman to court and the judge laughed you out of court and told you, pay that woman for having to come here and listen to this bullshit. You're a frivolous woman. You've never won a lawsuit at anything, girl. You're nothing but dead weight that boy is carrying around because he had a baby with you. That's all. She got a brand. Oh, bitch. That first child, the daughter, daddy is the old man's. The daddy is the old man's. What's the man? What is the pimp's name? I call him. I think I'm gonna stick with Leon. I somehow Leon fits with her. Leon, call me Leon, bitch. That old ass man. You could at least got you some kind of Goldie. Whoa, oh, I choose you, babe. Whoa, Willie Hutch. You remember that scene from the Mac, girl? The Mac, Pretty Tony was in the bar with the other pimps and players, as you call them, the Macs and players. Pretty Tony was in there saying, I got over $100,000 from the bitch. I ain't never touched her, right? And the hoe was in the back. She was coming into the bar, right? And she heard him bragging about how he ain't never even gave her no dick. He ain't never touched her. And she done paid him $100,000, right? And so she walked over to Goldie. Goldie was Max Julian. Goldie was in there, and he was the new Mac on the block, right? And so she went over to Goldie right in front of Pretty Tony, her pimp's face, and she said, "Can I choose you?" And then Willie Hutch kicked in the back. Oh, I'll choose you. Oh, it was pretty. Pretty Tony. Then he wanted to kill him because he had stole his hoe. You see, the hoe is never the main character in the piece, Heidi Fly Monster. Usually they show the hoe, she's in these stilettos, those high heels that you wear. She be running from him, right? That's usually the hoe's position. It's all about building him up, making him feel like he's somebody, girl. But getting rhinestone shoes for him, getting some gold and diamonds for him, getting him one of them big old hats with the ostriches and the gators on his feet and all this kind of shit, girl. But the hoe ain't never got no important role there, girl. All she doing is hopping in and out of cars and trying to run from him. The pimp's name is Simp. Is that his name? Simp the Pimp. Lord have mercy. She be bragging about him, girl. She be bragging about the pimp. She always call him a gangster. Gangster. It ain't nothing but a gangster ball. It ain't nothing but, nigga, this a gangster ball. It ain't nothing but party, doom, 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 doom. Trying to make it seem like it's something glamorous. It wasn't glamorous for you, nigga. He was hanging around the barbershop bragging about how he breaking hoes. And you got your young ass out there, girl, with him. Oh, daddy looking good. Daddy looking good. Brainwashed. Yes, Nikki B is all about Heidi Fly Monster again. She put my face in the title, and she put my name. She made an hour and 13-minute video about me on yesterday, girl. Why wouldn't I read her ass? Right? She seems you can't chase nobody like me away from you, Miss Heidi. It's just too much rich content there. When you start talking about that flat ass, girl, I can just see you sliding down. What do? They climb to the top of the pole, the hose, right? Then they spread their legs wide open with no panties on, and then they just drop on the floor. And you a star. And then when you go down on your knees and collect all the ones and put them all back, the nigga come and take the basket. Makes you want to cry. Makes me want to holler. Make me want to holler. Listen, babe. Listen, babe. Whole dance. Oh, made me want to holler. You got to knock her around a little bit. That's all she's used to, child. Do you think Leon was nice to her? And who else gonna marry their pimp? Especially some old ass man, girl. You always talking about my dick won't get hard, and I talk about people's dicks and all that kind of stuff, girl. Mine don't need to get hard, bitch, because I don't use it, girl. I don't use mine this thing. But how in the hell was he being a pimp in his late 50s? He's in I've been with the bitch for I've been with the bitch for 3 years. I ain't never even touched her. You couldn't touch a nigga. Old ass man, girl. How's he fly? He spotted a weakness. He was your pimp the same pimp that your mama had, Heidi? Tell me, because he couldn't use her but so much because she was too strung out. Right? Some of them try to manipulate you and hold you with drugs. But if you were really a strung out crackhead, you're not much use to anybody, girl. You want to walk around with no shoes on and shit, girl, peeking out of windows and all that. You're not of any use. So he just traded your ass in, and I want your daughter. Let me meet her. I said, I want to meet your daughter. And you go, and she just go in there and get you. Or bring him in the house. You were exposed somewhere. I don't know where else you would meet a 55-year-old man, girl, and you a preteen. It is disgusting, sick. And it's good that they finally throw his ass in prison. You didn't have a chance. So that's why I said, Heidi, you want to be successful at something. It's time. I don't think you could do it, though. It's time for you to write your memoir. Right? If you could stick to the truth, if you could tell us what it was really like living in that hellhole, being raised by crack monsters, girl, if you could tell us what it was like when the pimp first came in the house, tell us about it. If you could tell the truth, you would have a hell of a story, girl. Hell of a story, all the way up to now, to when you met Josh. Just a poor little sad little drunk in the corner. You know he had a job. And he just like you. I like you, Heidi. I like when you fall down, Heidi. Anyway, we had to address that Heidi monster. So you're going to see a video that she made last night. I guess it's 4 o'clock in the morning. She done stayed online so long, girl, that she done fell out. The video is, it's called CJ Cool. She appears for the first hour or so, first 2 hours and 25 minutes, talking about this dude, CJ Cool. And then she just passes out online. And so the video goes on for another 8 hours. Right? Honey, that's from drugs. You ain't sleeping that hard, bitch, where you can't even come and turn the TV off. You can't even you don't even realize you're talking. That's from dope. She's crashed. They call that crashing. I don't know what makes this whole thing that I, with all my experience, cannot identify a crackhead when I see one or hear one. Thank y'all for coming in on today. Her makeup is, don't get me going on the makeup, baby. That's pole dancing makeup. Later. Later, people.